Footy Nerdigans. This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Sega. This is the adorable little kitty assistant, Zeno Asagiri. Say hi, kitty. Hi, kitties. And today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Hunter x Hunter chapter 407. But before me and this kitty here get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable assistant here, and this operation literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So I can have my full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's also great for when we cover anime original content, like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we did earlier today. And yeah, we found a botched localization or two up in there. And Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, which we're covering tomorrow. And episodes 1 and 5 are available on Patreon for free. And the more views and subscribers we get over there, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you are a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there's a Stackball anime season in full swing and more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, last chapter of Hunter x Hunter, we got to see what Crollo was up to and what his plans are. And we saw that he was going after the sacred treasures, and the reason being, he's like, yeah, I need them treasures because I'm going to put an end to Hisoka. I got to do it no matter what. And there's more to it, too. And he's going to do it to the point where, like, he's like, even if I die doing this shit, and I have my legacy and everything ready to go, even if I die, he's going to do what he needs to do. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what is in store for us today. So without further ado, let's get to it. And this chapter is titled Negotiations. So this is the Hulkenberg funeral. So Hulkenberg's funeral, the people's grief is immeasurable. Well, it definitely is. There's the casket. There's the casket, kitty. You see it? There's the casket. You could carry, yeah, kitty, that's a casket. So this is day 12 at 2, which is a Thursday. And it's at 1 p.m. Yeah, kitty. Yeah, kitty. Yeah, kitty. There's the whale. Foreskin is missing? Yeah, Borkson is missing? Yeah, her last communication was right before the funeral procession. That was about 30 minutes ago. Maybe she had a sudden reassignment or was tracking someone suspicious. We agreed to report anything unusual and not just at the scheduled time. If something changed, there's no reason she wouldn't have contacted us. Right, we should assume the worst then. Borkson was abducted, but by whom and what's their motive? She's a soldier and we were on a mission. How could she have been taken without a single struggle and without anyone noticing? How, kitty? How? How? It's like, why are you... He's like, why are you asking me, woman? I'm a cat. I don't know. A team with multiple people, the more of them working together, the easier the abduction. If they used some method, say a drug to immobilize her and surrounded her with large men, it wouldn't draw any attention in such a dense crowd. If it were a familiar face like a fellow soldier, the person could even have pulled it off on their own. They could have lured her to the hospital by feigning an illness where accomplices would be lying in wait. If they are using Nen abilities, they might be able to control her like hypnosis. What if the Healy abducted Borkson with Nen abilities so they could use her in an assassination attempt on Sari? So, yeah, there are plenty of possible methods. As for the worst case scenario, it's just as Mamali suggested. As Borkson anticipated, if one of us is captured, are we really okay with Are we really okay going with no contact for negotiations and no rescue attempts should be made? Let's see. Hey, you over there, why are you all standing together? Keep proper distance and stay on guard. The special security alert is still in effect. Until the perimeter security is finished, we'll each have to think it over and decide what to do. Oh, there's that bitch! There she is! There's that bitch with her crown of thorns! Welcome. This is the Healy Hideout. You must be Morena Prudo then. What is it you want? Speaking of where she is. I hope you will become our ally. It's not mandatory, but there's a reason for it. To use an analogy, you're in a position like a matching organ donor. Oh no! We intend to do everything we can to convince you to join. No restraints. 6 enemies around me, and my weapon has been confiscated. Well, it depends on the conditions. Can't remember anything. This isn't a typical abduction. It seems like they use some power I don't understand. Well, no shit, they used that on you. I can't give you an immediate answer. Nan abilities? Well, duh, nan abilities. Let me read this guy. I can't remember anything. This isn't a typical abduction. Seems like they use some power I don't understand. Nan abilities? Well, duh, yeah. It's wise to avoid answering yes or no, but please understand that the more I explain, the less likely it is that our side will be able to change what's to come. Is that a threat? Who knows? Who knows? Like, it depends on how you interpret it. I can't go into specifics, but the longer this goes on, the more dangerous it becomes for both sides. How convenient for you. You're not wrong. You're not wrong there, but you shouldn't expect any decency from criminals like us. That's true. I'm surprised she didn't, but still, I'm like surprised she didn't say it's a promise, but okay. And so I decided on the quickest way possible, one that can, one that can also give you some agency. This is my first and last concession. We will settle this with the game of negotiations. Negotiations was in the title, so. Ooh, okay. I like it, the aura we have here. This is good. If you retire from this game, you will lose all freedom, except the ability to say yes or no. For now, listen to the explanation of the game. A game where a parent makes a request to their child, and it continues until the child is left with an answer. The parent, have 7 cards that are placed face up. You, the child, have 5 cards that are placed face down. The child selects one of the parent's cards first, and the parent responds. The card then goes to the graveyard. Next, the parent selects one of the child's cards and turns it face up. The card then goes to the graveyard. I really wish there was like some visual exposition here with the cards. I know I'll probably get a little shit for it, but you're talking to someone that covers Kakegurui, okay? And I've been covering Kakegurui for a long time. I think I've been covering it since at least like 2017 or something like that. But it's like, yeah, I kind of would like to, if you're going to do like a full-on card game like this, a little visual exposition would be nice to have. This process is repeated, and in the end, the child's last remaining card is the answer to the request. So the child has 4 yes cards and 1 no card. Please turn them over, starting from the left side. Yes, no. That's the R card. You could use it to select 1 card from the child's graveyard and return it to your hand. In other words, if the R card stays in your hand until the end, you can exchange it for the card that will give you the answer you want. Ooh, a Joker. The Joker can transform into either yes or no. If it's your last card, you could use it to express your intentions as well. It's only for show, I guess. Why do you say that? You said earlier that if I refused to play the game, I would only be allowed to say yes or no, and all other freedoms would be taken away. That means you're starting with the prerequisite of, I won't let you leave until you say yes, right? So what's the point of me playing the game? Turn over the next card. X? The X card is either yes or no. It means you don't have to give an answer. So, if it's my last card, does that mean I can render the whole game invalid? What was the point? Exactly right. If you have the X card, you could leave here without answering yes or no, and we won't force negotiations upon you again. After that, even if we have the opportunity to do so, I will promise you that. On the other hand, if another card leads to a yes or no decision, then you will need to be completely resolved and take full responsibility for that answer. Are you okay with this? I would just leave. I'd be like, bye. I know there's the curiosity factor. I know part of me's like, I kind of want to know. I do. I kind of want to know, but the other part of me is like, I like to have my freedom. I'd like to stay the hell away from this and just go. And that would be the smart thing to do. But let's see. You're not even halfway through the explanation yet? In that case, I can't give a definitive answer. Just from the explanation I've heard so far, it's obvious that the system doesn't work in my favor at all. It doesn't. It's like life. At first glance, only one of the 5 cards is a yes that forces you to follow the parent's request. Since there are more ways that you could say no and leave the game, it makes you think the child side has the advantage. It's the first trap. Should I consider the yes card first? If it's what I have at the end, it will mean becoming our ally. This is basically the same as being forced to obey all the rules that follow, which would be total defeat. What if I have the no then? If it actually has the same amount of power as the yes card, the no card will seem advantageous at first, but once the game starts, it will bare its claws and reveal its true nature, depending on the explanation of the parent's cards. The yes and no. Take the X card, you moron! You want the X card! You want to get the fuck out of there, you idiot! The explanation will reveal all the unfortunate things that could happen to me if I say no. It will continue until I'm better off just saying yes. Based on that no and the Joker become pointless, so the R and X cards are my only valid options. 2 out of 5, 40% isn't that bad, right? That's the second trap. How many of these cards are in my favor? Honestly, it doesn't even matter. In a system where you, as the parent, select my cards, you could cheat as much as you want. See, this is very good. This is cocky shit. So, where's Yumiko when you need her? Where is she when you need her? Well, then. And the third trap, this is the worst of them all. I'll explain the cards on the parent's side. The purpose card. If you select this card, I will explain my purpose to you. The purpose of bringing you here and recruiting you as an ally. I'll try to be as concise as possible, but if you have any questions about this purpose, I will gladly explain further, so please listen carefully. Next, the power card. If you select this card, I will explain my ability to you. See, this is why I would be tempted to stay, is because of these cards. And I'm going to finish this portion because I want to see what the rest of the cards are. But man, I'm just thinking about, I know what Yumiko would be doing. I know what she would No, I already know. And maybe beyond what you could comprehend, but I will explain my ability truthfully with no deception. As long as it's about my ability, I will go over it as many times as it takes for you to be satisfied. However, I have to reiterate that the longer this goes on, the more dangerous it becomes for both sides. Yumiko would not give a fuck. She wouldn't. She'd be like, yeah, let's go. So please forgive me if I speak quickly. The question A card. For any questions you have, however many, whatever they are, I'll answer as many as you need. However, I won't answer any questions about my purpose or ability. If you want to know that, you have to select those cards. And I can only give 3 answers to your questions. Those 3 are yes, no, and yes and no. If you want to know more about a question asked with question A, then select the question B card on your next turn. As long as it fits within the scope of the question, I will explain until all your doubts are resolved. However, with question B, only the last question from question A can be asked. So be careful how you finish question A. I understand. I don't need yes, no question cards. There's something I'd like to confirm about the way we answer. Would it be okay to try it out now? Let's hear it. Based on her gestures and tone of voice, I can roughly tell which one it is. You won't cheat at all in this game, yes or no? So you're suggesting we agree on a response pattern for negative questions. It's definitely important to check in advance, as misunderstandings can happen. When asked something like, didn't you do it? There's a unique ethnic group where, in response to the question, didn't you do it? They answer, yes, yes, I did. Normally, the speaker is considered the subject, so the response would be, no, I didn't. But for some reason in that culture, they view the questioner as the subject, and they answer with yes as if to mean your question is correct. Perhaps it's a remnant of their warrior society or a virtue of their hospitable culture. In certain regions where they live, it is said they can even call owners my own self. It's completely crazy, isn't it, Yokotani? I'm sorry, I didn't even realize it was considered strange. This game seems to serve as both a rite of passage for recruitment and as an interview process. Your answer, then? Morena is likely using this conversation to observe the candidate, evaluating their personality, intelligence, and suitability as an ally. No, I won't cheat at all. I am my own subject. Got it? Yeah, no, I think she's full of shit. She is so full of shit. I have read enough Kakiguri and Tomodachi. I've covered Kakiguri. I covered Tomodachi game. I did cover Darwin's game for a while before my videos were getting taken down. I was like, it ain't worth it no more. Oh my god, it was so stupid. I hated it so much when my videos were getting taken down for that shit. But still, I've covered it enough to know when people are full of shit. You are full of shit, woman. You are going to cheat. There is no doubt in my mind this bitch is going to cheat. She will cheat. I know she's going to cheat. I've seen this time and time and again. If I'm wrong, I will eat crow. But if you've read Kakiguri, if you've read Tomodachi game, and I know I fell behind on Battle in 5 Seconds After Meeting, but if you've read Battle in 5 Seconds After Meeting as well, I'll include that in this equation too. If you've read those series, you know for a fact that this bitch is going to cheat. You know it's true. Yeah, this woman, what in the world is she so angry about this? Okay, let's move on to the yes and no cards. Because she's like, dude, let's just get this. Let's just stop asking questions. Let's go. She won't cheat. She's going to cheat. Stop it. She won't cheat. Once you're down to your last yes or no card, I will explain in detail what happens next. Based on her own behavior and that of her subordinates, it's clear that she is the absolute master here. If you want to know something in advance, please select these cards. Although she exudes confidence in her respectful tone and manner toward indicate that her group denies any organized cheating as well. They cheat! That's bullshit! They cheat! They are cheaters! Lastly, the deal card. If there's a card you desperately want to bring back from the graveyard, you could select this one. And in return for fulfilling my small request, I'll revive it for you. After reading the details of the small request, if you think it's too much, you can decline it. In that case, however, I will take the turn to draw a card, and the deal card will go to the graveyard, so please keep that in mind. The game ends when you're down to your final card, so the last chance to select this card is when you have 2 cards remaining. Well, that should be the complete explanation for the card's rules. Could you please decide if you want to play the game? If you accept my one condition, I will play. Condition? I'm the one who gets to decide what to pick from the face-down cards on the child's side, if that's okay with you. That's fine. I allowed it a couple times already. It's okay if my side takes care of the shuffling, right? Now then, shall we begin? Borkson and Morena start their game of negotiations. Dude, she's going to cheat somehow. The fact that her side is shuffling, yeah, there's going to be cheating. There will be cheating. There will be. As I said, I have covered enough of this shit to know where there's going to be cheating. Whether she likes it or not, there will be cheating. I'm very curious what you guys think. Do you think that Morena is going to cheat? Or do you think Borkson's is going to cheat? Borkson might cheat. I would be very interested to see if she cheats. But this is something, throughout this, I just kept thinking, dude, Yumiko would find a way to cheat. She would. She knows how to do this shit. She knows how to game the system. She knows how to fucking cheat it. She would figure it out. She would do it. But the thing is, though, and Borkson, she's going to have to figure out how to do it. She's going to have to keep a poker face. But there's the thing, though, with Morena, though. She said that Morena was looking pissed. I have to wonder if Morena did that on purpose to fuck with Borkson. So to think that Borkson could get the upper hand on her, I have to wonder if that's the case. I gotta wonder, because sometimes you'll see that too, where we saw this in particular actually is a Tomodachi game where Yuichi would fuck with them by like playing it up, like be all pissed off and shit when when in all reality he had the game. He was in complete control of the game the entire time. That's why I'm like, I could see Morena doing this too, where she is letting Borkson think that she is in control, when in reality, Morena is in complete control of this game. I honestly think Borkson has fallen into this trap. I really think so. I do. Borkson might think that she think she has some upper hand and some understanding of how to play this game. She might, but not. Like Borkson kind of, you know who Borkson kind of reminds me of? And I'm just realizing this. She's kind of like Mary in a way. Even though Mary is a little bit smarter. I think Mary is a little bit smarter than Borkson. But she's kind of like Mary in this way. She's like, okay, I think I got this figured out. I think I can handle this shit. I could do this. I could outsmart this bitch. But nah, she won't outsmart her. I just don't see it. But the thing is though, I gotta wonder, what would you do if you were in Borkson's shoes? I would try and shoot. The logical thing is to try and shoot on her side to try and get the X card. That's what you'd want to do. But the other thing though is on her end, you would want to get, you'd want to get the question cards, sure. But the other thing is, the main thing you would want, at least I would want, is I want to get her ability. I want to know what her ability is. But you got to make sure, and this is what I would have asked before the game started, is if I somehow draw your ability, the card for your ability and learn your ability, do I have, or fuck, just in general, do I have a guarantee that I'm going to leave this room alive and you're going to leave me alone? You already said that, I'm going to walk away with my freedom, but that doesn't mean that your other people are going to kill me. It means that you're going to leave me alone. But what about your people? So you gotta like make sure you're checking all your boxes here and crossing your T's and dotting your I's. But yeah, because she's got, she's got something up her sleeve. She does. You got to read the fine print on these things too. But that purpose card, the main things that I would want are the purpose and the power. The question stuff would be a lot trickier, but I would want to get those two are probably the most important thing. But yeah, as I said, like before this game went down, I would have been like, look, I'm going to make sure that no matter what, I'm leaving this room alive, and that you and your people are not going to kill me, and you're not going to kill my subordinates. Those would be the main priorities for me. The fact that she didn't say that Berkson didn't say that, Buxton didn't say that, is, that was kind of stupid. Seriously. Borkson, why didn't you say that? Like, why didn't you at least say that, yeah, I want to make sure that your people leave me and my subordinates alone. But I'm very curious what you guys think of this chapter. What do you guys think of this game? Do you guys, especially if you're a Kakiguri reader, do you think this is like something straight out of Kakiguri? And do you think this game is also like something out of like Tomodachi game too? But yeah, that's what this is giving. And do you think that Morena is going to cheat? I think she is. I think she's going to cheat. And what would you have said if you were in Borkson's situation? Would you have said the same thing that I was thinking is like, bitch, before we go down, before we throw down, I want to make sure that I'm leaving this room alive no matter what happens. And that my subordinates are safe too. And that your people are not going to touch me. That's what I would have done at least. And, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Hunter x Hunter content. Viewers, you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon. Purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. And until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!